Hey guys, welcome to like I said, look on the bright side of things. Now we have a new compare this to my dumpster fire hat of worst ROM hacks. Sonic ROM hacks we looked at were total dumpster fires. There's here, that's the polar opposite. This will actually be my top. This is my top 5. I've best Sonic hacks.
More oven-baked amazement than dumpster fires.
Yeah,
even though that makes no sense.
Baked amazement.
Oven-baked amazement.
What? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So to begin with this, I'll tell you this. Being a role model is overrated. I'd much rather be hilariously edgy.
Yeah.
It's even a miracle that this game exists at all, that this hack exists at all. Sonic 1.
Oh, God.
Sonic 1. Boom. Yep, you heard me.
Sonic 1 boom.
Sonic 1, only this time with Boom Sonic.
This is probably the most hilarious example of something that nobody asked for, but nobody ever knew they.
I had to go through that, play through this. Oh, I thought about using the level select until we said
what?
Until Boom Sonic said cheater.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't use the level select.
You're called a cheater if you try to use the level select.
That's
funny.
Yeah, the game's mostly on the list for being
funny as hell.
Oh, and they even had the balls to change. They also changed Sonic's design, of course, but they didn't have to, but they even changed Eggman's.
Yeah.
And then even Eggman doesn't shut up.
They're impressive, oh God!
Good night. Rings! Bounce pad. Time to rev the engine. And time for a spin dash. That line's ironic because
they didn't add the spin dash.
Okay, that's more of being there for fun, for how hilarious it is. Isn't a shocking that this actually exists. It's number 4. You ever wanted to play easy mode, Sonic 1 easy mode?
Well, here it is.
Super/Hyper Sonic in Super/Hyper mode in Sonic 1.
Yep.
Basically, you start with 50 rings. You start with 50 rings. You can't always with 6 emeralds. Well, this is an option, and you can do. When you can beat levels in only 15 seconds.
Yep.
Someone said that this is probably why Sonic isn't in Mania.
Yeah.
Because it would be too broken. And I ended up finishing this.
Why wouldn't? Really, should just be finished for the heck of it. It's not like it's difficult to finish.
It's a little too easy.
And that's the charm of it.
It's game-breaking.
Hilarious. It's game-breakingly, hilariously easy fun.
And that's honestly, that's all I have to say about it. Number 3 is a completely different. Now these hacks we've looked at have just been a slight alteration, but one don't overall replace the original. This, number 3,
is Sonic 3 Complete.
This is you heard me talk about this in my review. I only brought up a few things about the game. And this is the definitive version of Sonic 3.
Really? This is the definitive way to play Sonic 3.
You can emulate it or buy it physically.
If you're into that.
If you're into reproduction.
Reproduction cards don't bother you.
And First off, they restored the prototype level order, or restored flying battery, and put it in between Ice Cap and Carnival Night.
Where was it originally supposed to go?
Because come on, how else was it? Oh, come on, how else was it? How did you just change? No reason why I had to just change the daytime. And when you launched out at night, and that snowboard kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's a tad strange. And shut up. It's a tad strange, honestly. They actually brought back Big Arm. They actually brought back Big Arm. For the full experience. And a little cutscene with to transition Sonic 3 to Sonic and Knuckles. They gave Tails his own intro cutscene. In a button that, get this, Tails can actually, well, first off, Tails can actually carry you like in Christian Whitehead's games, and then you can even, oh my god, this change was so needed.
What?
Hypersonic? You can transform, the super transformation is mapped to its own button.
Yep, and can't you cancel it?
Yep, you can cancel it out if you... So, say you're in a tight situation and with a lot of enemies or annoying hazards. Boom! Boom!
You're in that section,
and
just cancel it out.
Out. It's so convenient. Hell, even for Sonic, they added the super peel out and made the Insta-Shield actually an actual shield. That deflect X projectiles. Well, it's not something I use, honestly, but it
certainly is something that a lot of people follow.
I mean, it's called the Insta Shield.
It doesn't work like a shield. What's this?
There are even numerous bug changes. Wait, and made by Stealth even contributed to this game.
Yeah.
Christian Whitehead was a special thanks to the game. And yeah, believe it or not, Stealth was a contributor.
Yeah, he worked on
this. And huge shout out to Tiddles. And number 2's and I can't go over how great this hack is, how necessary this hack is. But number 2, you get to see the other developer, the other head out of 3 Complete, Flamewing, the one who brought up people Big's Fishing Derby. Yeah, and Sonic Classic Heroes at number 2.
This game was something nobody asked for, but everyone needed.
Something you ever had that thing you never secretly knew you wanted.
You never knew you wanted, but you did. You really wanted, but you never knew you wanted.
Well, that's what it is.
That's what this is.
Well, you can play. It has all three Team Sonic, or if you want,
Team Chaotix.
And you can...
Sadly, Team Rose and Team Shadow aren't in the game.
Team Dark.
Sadly, Team Rose and Team Dark are absent.
But
the fact that there's 2 different playable teams on its own is amazing.
Probably only these 3, because they've had a 2D... They were all from the Genesis era. These are all from the Genesis era. So, what is the game? How long is the game? Well, you might be shocked. Sonic 1 and 2 combined.
Yep.
Yeah, that means there are over 17 levels, 18 stages.
Yep. Yes, the levels of both.
There are 17 stages.
The levels of both games combined.
And there's not just a 7 Chaos Emeralds.
There's also Super Emeralds.
Soul Emeralds.
Soul Emeralds.
That act like, yeah. Yeah, you can turn Hyper.
Wait, can you turn Super if you just have one set, no matter which one it is?
Yeah.
Okay, and if you collect one of the sets, you can turn Super. And if you collect both sets, you get to turn Hyper.
The game becomes a little too easy because of this.
But it's up to you whether or not you want to use Hyper or something.
It even has a new power-up, which is, and it has the homing shield. Going from 3D Blast to boot.
Yeah, which is pretty incredible in its own right.
And albeit it's incredibly rare. Also, there's a secret cheat in the sound test by putting in 4126 that absolutely destroys the fucking game.
I want you all to try to guess how. Well, it makes every character super. Yep.
Yeah. And have fun with Team Chaotix.
Because Charlie has this little thing
where you can just blaze through them.
The thing is,
he's so vulnerable.
He's so vulnerable to taking while doing this, to taking damage. It's not recommended unless you have infinite super time.
Well, you're invincible.
Unless you're invincible.
Oh, you don't
In
fuck.
which case,
you don't fuck.
There's nothing stopping you from flying over everything in the level. So
overall,
there you go, you cheater.
Overall, this hack it even has a save feature or a boot.
Yeah,
although it's not it's not kind when it comes to Fusion. And it keeps erasing my files.
But at least the game's fun and easy to play through.
But that isn't. Yeah, that's number 2. Now, number 1, you probably remember
You've definitely heard of this before if you've been on our channel for it.
And I've been in the hacking community. The Sonic Mega Mix.
Yep.
You remember me? He gave the game a perfect score. And I stood by that. This is amazing. Made by Simon Tom Lee himself.
Simon Stealth Tom Lee himself.
Alongside Aqua Slash of the S Factor. Another hack I didn't put on this list.
Because of the level design.
But holy shit, this hack is incredible. Specifically version 4.0.
Oh, the hack?
Hack. And version 4.0 of the hack. With 5 characters to boot. Being able to cancel all your super transformation. The homing attack, spin dash, Sonic with the homing attack, spin dash, and super peel out. All at once.
Yeah.
Once the game is incredibly fast paced. Ace and even the slower level is fast.
Even the slower levels is fast.
Even the slower levels are speedy. Yes. However, the game was Stealth unfortunately canceled the game, and because as he was actually working on Sonic Mania.
Didn't have time to dedicate to that project anymore.
And most of the team, and he was the only one of Team Megamix that was still there. I absolutely recommend playing this
game. It is a blast.
So, that being said, I'm Noseran.
And I'm Amaray.
Signing out. And also, bonjour.